Team, welcome back to another 10-minute daily flow routine. Back with another session for you, working on energizing the body, waking the body up first thing in the morning, or just giving ourselves a little bit of recovery if we've been training a lot, practicing a lot, body's feeling a little bit stiff, and sometimes you just need to go through some movements just to revitalize and re-energize the body. So we're not going to need any equipment for today's session. We're just going to need somewhere comfortable to lay or sit down. We're going to work through some movements, and hopefully after this session you're going to feel revitalized, whether that's for playing golf, practicing golf, training, working, or whatever it is you've got planned for the rest of the day. So we can come down to our backs. Just start with a little bit of breathing here. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I'm back in Portugal at the moment and we've got the dogs and the birds and all sorts going off here, so sorry if you hear any background noise, but it's all part of the mood setting. So just as we're laying on the back, we're going to put our hands onto our stomach. I'm just going to start to work a little bit on getting some deep kind of cleansing breaths. So with hands just on the bottom of the rib cage, you're going to take a full deep breath in, expand out and exhale. Just try and let yourself sink onto the mat. So depending on how well you've slept or how much training you've been doing, you might feel like you're not very kind of in connection with the mat and not very connected to the ground. So just making sure we're trying to pull the lower back down into the floor, connecting through the middle part of the back, all the way up upper back into the head. And then just making sure we're pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears. This is our neutral position. For anyone that does Pilates, this is kind of our neutral position that we start from as well. So just taking nice deep inhales, exhales, just connecting yourself in, grounding yourself ready for the session for today. You'll see that already I've started to wiggle my legs a little bit, so if you want to just widen the feet a little bit, you can start to let these legs drop a little bit from left to right. This might feel quite nice, the little massage across the lower part of the back or the upper part of the glutes. Just working from left to right here. Now today we're going to do a good bit of stretching on the hips, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the inside of the thigh as well. Just seeing a lot of people recently becoming quite tight on the inside of the thigh. So we're going to spend a little bit of time there freeing up that area. So just start to expand this out a little bit, knees dropping from left to right. Knees might start getting closer towards the ankle, so just drop over to my right hand side, left knee getting a little bit closer to right ankle, and same on the other side, right knee getting a little bit closer to the left. Just expanding this out a little bit more. Just letting the body know that you're coming for it today. Giving these hips a bit of preparation. Just keep an eye on your breathing. Give it a couple each side. Good work. We're going to roll all the way over to one side. We're then going to spin ourselves around, come into a position on all fours. So we've got loads to get through today, so speeding this kind of warm-up part up a little bit. So with toes tucked under, knees up, and definitely under the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders. All we're going to do from here is tuck chin to chest and pull the tailbone under to get a little bit of a stretch in the middle part of the spine. And then we're going to drop the other way. We're going to lift chin, lift tailbone, and move the other side. So this feels super stiff for me today. So I've been doing a lot of practice recently, being here in Portugal, hitting a lot of golf balls, a lot of short game. So this for me, definitely feeling a little bit tight by now after kind of 4 to 5 rounds. It's going to feel a lot looser, and I know I'm going to walk better, or feel better walking away from this session. A few more here. You guys are doing great, let's do 2 more. And last one. Good work. What we're now going to do is we're going to come around onto a bum, so you can either stay facing the way you are and just tuck one leg under, or if you want to spin all the way around you can, depending on what's going to be easier for you to carry on following me if we go for this. So we're going to do a little bit of work into the glute and a bit of rotation through the torso, and then we're going to come onto this inside of the thigh. So with one leg forward, one leg back, I'm just in this kind of relaxed 90-90 position. This should be quite a comfortable position for you to be in. All we're going to do from here is start to rotate the torso away from this back leg. So quite often this position people think about kind of collapsing over this front leg, but I really wanted to get a nice stretch working from the back of this thigh all the way up round across the torso. So I'm going to rotate myself away from this left leg. I can walk the left leg back a little bit further if I want to, and I'm just going to try and rotate here and drop and come back up. I'm going to rotate and drop. I'm really thinking about this left leg more than I am this right side. I'm just rotating and drop it. Rotate and drop. A few more here. You guys are doing great. Really trying to just work from the middle section of the trunk here. We are going to get some work in this right glute as well. But this left side in the front is going to get released. So I'm going to rotate, release through the abdomen, through the lower back, mid back. I'm actually getting surprisingly some work done in the right shoulder as well as we do this. 2 more. And last one here. Great work, just spin the legs around, swap the legs, go to the other side. So left leg forward, right leg works back. I can walk this right leg back a little bit further, and then I can just rotate over this front side. Good, so it's like a real, more dynamic version of our rotating pigeon that we do in some of our mobility sessions, where we're trying to really wind up this side. But now we're just trying to do this much more dynamically. Starting to get some good movement here. This already feels better for me. So being a bit selfish with today's session, just covering over the bits that I feel like I need today. So hopefully you guys need it too. We're gonna do 3 more here. And last one, over and round. Final one. Good work. Okay, let's work into this inside of the thigh. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck both feet under, come to position on all fours, and then we're going to tuck the toes under and drop back onto our heels. This is our starting place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop ourselves up all the way up onto our knees, and we're going to open one leg up. So I've got the mat here as a bit of a guide. I'm going to open one foot so that my foot is along the line of my mat. So if you don't have a mat, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get a reference point, but if it's a mat, a towel, whatever it is, hopefully you've got some idea, if that bee doesn't sting me, hopefully you've got some idea of what a straight line is on this mat, okay? The reason that's important is we're gonna have the foot in line with the knee, but naturally what you'll feel like is the hips will wanna rotate into this foot, okay? And what you'll see is if I turn my hips straight to the mat, suddenly now the knee drops inside the foot. So the battle here is to drive the knee out and keep the hips straight. This can get a bit of a stretch into the inside of the thigh, into the groin, okay? So we're gonna rotate, kick that knee out, using the strength of the glute. We're gonna rotate the hips, fight between the knee and the hips, and then slowly we're gonna drop down and sink into a really nice stretch. I'm trying to drive this knee backwards and rotate my hips forward. I come back to the start position, driving knee out, rotating hip forward. I can add some breathing to this. Good, so hips forward, knee back. Good work, we're going to do 2 more. Hips forward, knee back, keep driving that knee. And last one here, hips forward, knee back, open up from the inside of the thigh. Good work, let's do the other side. So, start position. Leg comes in line, using the mat as our reference point. As I bring my knee in line with the toe, hips are going to want to close off. Straighten the leg, drive the knee out, okay? I can start to feel that stretch coming to the inside of the thigh, and I'm going to keep that stretch as I drop down. Trying to keep chest square as well, trying to keep chest up as well. Back in, square off the hip, open up the knee. Really easy to start to cheat here. It's going to feel so much easier for you to just collapse this hip in or to let the knee fall in. So you really got to be conscious with yourself and battle as you open up here. Really important part of our rotation in the golf swing is the suppleness of the inside of the thigh. It makes a big difference. Let's do 2 more. Hip square, knee open, rotate. Last one here, guys, you're doing great. Last one, rotate, knee out, in and open. Good work. Take a little rest there. Come to the all position on all fours. If you want to come to standing, you can. I won't come standing because you won't be able to see me on the camera. I'm just going to release off the neck a little bit. So relaxing the shoulders down. Just going to do left ear to left shoulder. Take the full deep breath in. And exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Full deep breath in. And out, we're going to drop chin to chest. Lift tall through the chin. And then just with the hands out to the side, we're just going to rotate round. Back the other way. Relax the hands down, take a full deep breath in. Exhale. And just like that, time flies. Great work, guys. As always, see you on the next video.